Witchy. This is Caitlin Stitching Kiwi on Instagram. This is my third episode. I'm actually really proud of myself for getting to the third one and putting myself out there for a third one. And hopefully we'll make it to the month, because I have quite a big plan for next month and I would love to be able to share that with you all on Flosstube and on Instagram. So let's get started. Really good news here this week. Finally, we have some restrictions lifted, and that means that I can have my stitching goodies arrive. Yay! Which stitching goodies, I actually can't remember what I ordered. I ordered them towards the beginning of our lockdown and they've been unable to ship. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks I will get them. I do not know how backlogged they are. But I have been able to get quite a lot of stitching done. And latch hooking, mostly latch hooking this past week. It's a big finish, which I'm super proud of, and my parents are sending up some more latch hooks that I have down there. I'm not too sure which ones they managed to find. We'll find out when that box arrives and when I start it. So that is my good news. I get to do that. I get to get them and they are so much fun. I can't imagine it. So today, it's a really nice day too outside, so the birds chirping really loudly. I have mice this side which won't shut up right now, but I feel like I have to film. I have to get this filmed and so it can be uploaded tonight, this evening, 6 o'clock, Tuesday 21st of August. Not August, September. 24th September. Yes. 2 weeks, October. So, frustrating news as well this week. So I managed to get quite a lot of stitching done, which is fabulous, amazing. But I've also had university studies and hopefully we get our extension. Because of the lockdown, and now it's hard. It's really hard doing it online. Very alone. Thankfully, my class is quite small and we're quite a close-knit class. Wearing my top, believer. Always forget I have it. So, as always, any questions that you put down in the comments, I will answer in the next few episodes of Flosstube, which will continue to be a weekly Flosstube update, which will hopefully keep the videos rather short, at a length that I quite enjoy watching them in. So yes, other news, I have decided to start this year a Catoba stitch along. For those of you that saw my video last week, saw my Flosstube last week and read the description, I mentioned something in there about it. So all you'd have to do to join along is stitch something with a cat. It is October, lots of Halloween stuff. Are we pledging to try do 100 hours on a project, cat project, which I finally got the fabric for, finally arrived, and I had the threads and all the other stuff months ago now. So there is that. I will be donating anything that I get to one of the charities here that work with cats. Yes, more information about that will be next week, so keep an eye out for that, and also on my Instagram as well. So, stitching stuff. I have a finish and a fully finished object to show. These are past finishes, both done this year, and hopefully I get this finish fully finished. I know what I want to do, I haven't found the right backing yet for it, and that's sort of what I'm waiting for, is to get that backing. But the first one is my Wolf Leader by RTO. Absolutely gorgeous. The metallics though is shiny, very shiny. So this I'd always pictured, when I saw it pictured finished above my bed. I know how I want to finish it, as I said, I haven't found the right materials to really be happy with it, but when I do, that will be finished, hopefully by the end of the year, so it's all done in a year. So I started that Christmas Day last year and finished it January 24th, so I did it within a month. That was a really happy thing. I believe I did most of it on the January, I did a lot of the work on the metallics and or just the general feel for it on the 24 hours cross stitch. I did the 24 hours, I think I worked out I watched an entire 2 seasons of an anime. That's my Yushin show, I think. So yeah, that's the back, very similar to the front, which I quite like, even with the branches of the brush. So this is one of my favourite finishes to date. Even though the fabric is dark, it wasn't too difficult to work on. So yes, and now onto a fully finished, which has been used, and that is my Seahorse bookmark with the tassel, and the blue felt backing. So this I got as a kit. It came with the tassel and the backing and all the thread. What I wish was different about it was the fact, so the Aida band used, it doesn't have, come on focus, it doesn't have a very good weave to do 3/4. So if I do it again, I would try and do it on like a linen or something, or an even weave, which actually would be a cool idea to match. It didn't come with the DMC. It came with the threads, but they weren't, it was just names. Orange, there's no orange, purple, blue, green, dark green, light green, that sort of thing, so it was hard to, but I think I actually might, I still have the pattern, don't have enough thread to do it again, and I don't need the fluffy outside, the scalloped edge, I don't need it, but what I like about it is each bookmark I've done, I've improved my backing technique. It is a little bit not perfect on the corner, but it works. I've used it in books, of which the next book I'll use it in should hopefully arrive by the end of October. It's a pre-order, hoping to get it soon, hoping it will come out soon, on time, so it can be shipped on time and I can get it before the end of the year. But that is a book series which I read, and then when I see my sister, I pass on a few of the books to her, which she then, because she also wants to read them, and so I let her read them. But that is my bookmark, which I'm really happy about. My Seahorses. Latch hook. I will show the latch hook finish now. I was planning to do it later, but I'll do it now. So this, when you last saw it, it was approximately, so it's quite a large thing, approximately up to about there. I have finished the rest of it, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So fluffy. It has the binding to finish, so once I have the time to trim around it and put the binding on, I will reshow it again in all its glory. It is a very fluffy wool. It sheds quite a lot, but even the back is, so as always, latch hook the back, the colour, the picture shows up a little bit better. So yes, that is what I finished. I finished it Saturday night. Yep, Saturday night, early Sunday morning, that time of day. So that is an awesome finish. I don't think I've put it up on my Instagram yet. I need to get on that. I need to check it out and do it. So those are my finishes for the week. Obviously the latch hook is a big one, and I focused quite heavily on that. So as a result of the finish on the latch hook, I don't have very many whips for cross stitch. However, as usual, I am working on my Snow Splashes Wolf by RTO, and I got almost halfway finished. I'm really mad about it. I didn't get all the way through, but so I can see a lot more of the wolf now, but the paw, even like there's purple in here. Where would you find purple in this? But there is purple thread. There is purple, but there is, you cannot see it on the picture, which is what I love about it. The colours just blend. There are so many mistakes in it, but I leave it because you can't tell, and it's unique that way. Only if it's drastic will I go back and unpick and frog a lot. So that is my Snow Splashes Wolf. Hopefully next time I show you it will be half finished at least. So there is that. My next whip, the first time encrypted, has been finished on time, and that is Witchy Stitcher Cryptid Stitch Along. So when you last saw it, picture up there, I was working on the Nightcrawler, but I'd only got, I think, halfway through the words. So I finished the Nightcrawler. It is outlined, they're all outlined in glow in the dark, DMC glow in the dark. And then I worked on a few more moons and Enfield Horror. So that's the whole thing. So I've done about half, got up to Crip. It's just a Crip at the moment, but that is half done. All up to date. There's a week break this week, so if I was to do any, it would just be continuing on with the border. So is that, they're all super cute. I hadn't heard of the Enfield Horror or Mothman, so I'm learning so much with it. And of course the fabric, 28 count Pictures Plus in Helix. So those are my whips. No, I have one more. So this is the one I've been talking about the last 2 episodes. The last 2 Flosstubes. Is one that I really want to finish. And that is my Near North Treasures Collection Wolf Pups. It's taped together, even my working copy is falling apart. When I started, I didn't do it in a logical way. When I started in the centre, I just got wool everywhere from the electric. I started in the centre and then worked my way out, but I miscounted as normal. And this is the bottom quarter. So that's the bottom paw. So I have finished sort of this part here. That's for all finished. And this is my 25/7 project. How I'm doing 25/7 might be slightly different. It's a Julie O'Connell, maybe? I'll double check that. How I'm doing it is either 25 stitches or 25 minutes until the end of a thread, or until I reach the edge and I can't be bothered moving, just so I can get the maximum amount done possible. So yes, those are all my whips, and now we have some haul. Yes, things are finally starting to arrive in the country, and I'm able, sorry about the crinkle, and I'm able to I'm able to show some of the stuff that has slowly trickled in. So I'm part of Fortnight Fabric of the Month clubs. I do the famous duos in 14 count Aida, they're both Aida. I do 14 count Aida, famous duos, and Barbie and Ken. Oh, just look at it, it is. So this is, like, I get the quarter in this one. But the colours, oh. So yes, I see it when I pay for them, I see them, but by the time they get here I forget what they look like. It's a Christmas present all the time. But yeah, it's gorgeous blues and pinks and greens. I don't know what colour, I don't even know what I'm going to do on it. It's shedding everywhere from the pinking. I don't mind the pinking, just it sheds a lot. Like there's little bits of, you know, I'll deal with that later. The other club I'm in is the Expensive Rich, and this one I get an 18 count. I have a project in mind which will be done completely in 18 count, so I'm currently building up my stash for the fabric and thread, with each piece of it being approximately equal to Fortnight fabric eighth. And this is Expensive Rich. Beautiful blue. Yep, that's about right. Opalescent, which is kind of showing up. There we go. Got sticks of it, so gorgeous. I already know which thing will be going on this one. So that project will be my, I love chemistry. As part of that, I love the periodic table. It's always fascinated me, Mendeleev's version as well as the modern version. Covered in little bits of fabric now. Chemistry. Yep, so I'll be doing stitching an entire periodic table and put it together like quilting style-ish. I've never quilted. But I am hoping to be able to start that next year. Like I said, I'm still building up the fabric and the thread for it before I match them, but all of the colours will have some significance to the element that is being stitched. All 120 of them. Yeah, but I already know which one will go with this. I just don't have a thread that would go well with it yet. So that is all for haul at the moment. Like I said, lots of things are still stuck in transit somewhere between America, Russia and here. But they get here when they get here, and they get here pretty safely. I haven't had any issues so far. So yes. Plans now. So, plans for this month, for this week. Obviously, fully preparing for my Cattober. Deciding on which charity, or if it would be a choice. So if you pledge something and then say, oh hey, I want my ones to go to this, then we can do that. See if that is possible. But I do have my piece picked out, and I will be hopefully doing the same thing yearly. I'd like to do it. I enjoy cats and kittens. If I could foster a cat, if I could foster a kitten, if I could adopt one, I would. But the environment I live in is not conducive to another cat. I could get my mice, which maybe hopefully one of them might make a guest appearance. The others I wouldn't count on it. Very shy creatures. But if I time it right, they could. If I time it right, they could be interested. With lots of treats. Broccoli, maybe. Try broccoli. So, besides Cattober, sorry, off track. My brain is not with it today. Off track. Besides Cattober, stitch along. We'll keep working on my 25/7. I have done it for today, so I will post on Instagram in my story the progress for day 2. It is on a small key snap, but it's quite nice because there are so many missing stitches here and there, and being small, it does help a little bit to be able to catch all the little stitches that are missed. But that is when I want to finish. It's my oldest whip. It's the one that got me back into cross stitching before I started doing little ones, to break up the big one and feel accomplished. Yeah, so that's all for this Flosstube. I will get this edited, fact checked, all the like, and we'll see you all next week. Stay happy, stitching, relaxing, doing whatever makes you happy, and bye.